is Sunday at the Wild West Showdown. And we are 2 minutes away from seeing a fantastic meetup between the Calgary Roller Derby Association and the Slaughterhouse Prime Cuts.
My name is Dick Pounder.
And I'm Ichabod Splain. Skaters lining up now for their safety checks. A fabulous opportunity for us to share with the folks at home the names, and with you in the audience, the names and numbers of all the fabulous skaters.
All right, we'll start off with the Calgary Roller Derby Association All-Stars. In the lineup for this game, we have number 1017 Roadhouse Brews, number 11 Scarla Mame, 1116 Chris My Ass, number 13 Twitchblade, number 18 Barely Legal, number 21 Novel Blonde, number 22 Moulin Brews, number 265 Andy Delinquent, number 305 Susie Smoke Show, number 306 City Star, number 32 Lucy Flawless, number 38 Mamacita Muerte, number 42 Lockjaw Lila, and number 507 Mickey Ficky. Sitting this game will be Chrissy Cruiser and Easy Break Oven, and on the bench we have Anarchy and Muffy Del Taco.
And for the Slaughterhouse Prime Cuts in red, we have 12 War Chick Bobby, 150 Panty Depressant, 151 MC Slammer, 214 Krista Knight, 27 Her Majesty, 333 Miss Enigma, number 5 Antivirus, number 52 Play Chicken With Me, number 59 Augusta Wind, and 85 Tripsy Gypsy, 87 Assault in Progress, number 99 Cheyenne Pepper, and C53D D-Day Doll, and WB2 Wild E Coyote.
All right, this is the final game for the Calgary All-Stars this weekend, their WFTDA debut. They came out strong on Friday with a solid victory of 406 to 59 up against the Dockyard Derby Dames. Had a little bit of a tougher time yesterday, but came away with a victory. I believe it was I don't remember the score. But they won, deploying a couple different strategies. They got a lot of power jams in the second, which let them run away with it. But in the first half, they were doing some nickel and diamond, just busting their way through the pack, calling it off. 4 points here, 5 points there. Let's see what they can do today.
Yeah, they've certainly been. I'm always excited when there's a team from far away that is unranked. Like, I often have a good feeling in my belly that we're about to see some really interesting derbies. They've studied the teams from far away, and they're going to bring some surprises of their own.
Looks like we're getting started off. We're going to have Moulin Brews up against...
And that looks like it is number 52, Play Chicken With Me.
All right, both teams, of course, starting off 5-on-5 derby. You see how long that lasts. Building their walls, getting ready. The jammers are done, and off goes the first whistle. Moulin Brews trying to push her way through that wall of red at the back. Twitchblade and Lucy Flawless doing a good job and getting Play Chicken With Me out and recycling her to the back of the pack. And Moulin Brews through with lead jam. Play Chicken With Me hitting that wall of blue at the back. Not able to get through.
Out of penalty play assist on skater 1-8. A little barely legal. That was just completely illegal, unfortunately.
Moulin Brews making it through. It looks like a quick hit. 4 points, calls off the jam as Play Chicken With Me was approaching the back of the pack on her scoring pass.
And now on the jammer line, WB2 Wild E Coyote in red for the Slaughterhouse Prime Cuts, up against 1116 Chris My Ass.
A 4-on-3 pack advantage for Slaughterhouse. Mamacita Muerte, Andy Delinquent, and Susie Smoke Show out there trying to create that blue wall. Chris My Ass fighting her way past the red. One blocker to beat.
Wally Paiuta getting traction against the wall. Both jammers coming out very close to each other. Lead jammer awarded to Calgary. Very close there. Both jammers A little bit of juking, a little bit of trying to hold back, trying to buy some time, release her blockers from the box.
Chris My Ass with that fine booty block, just trying to keep Wile E. Coyote behind her as Calgary just keeps that pack moving, getting themselves a goat, lining up, and Wile E. Coyote gets through, speeds up. Chris My Ass with lead jam calls it off, 0-0 jam.
Very nicely done. That was a lot of strategic time burned off the clock right there.
Yeah, it certainly was. And it's a good strategy to just kind of wear down the clock when you've got the lead. Now, it is a small lead, and it is the beginning of the game, but every second counts in this game. Right now, we've got Lockjaw Lila up there for Calgary up against
151 MC Slammer. MC Slammer pushing against a tight 3-wall there, coming up in some attempts to challenge the outside, knocked down hard.
Lockjaw Lila is beating that last Slaughterhouse blocker, getting through. The other thing with Chris My Ass delaying some of the time is it wears down the penalty time for Barely Legal. Barely Legal now out of the box. Lockjaw Lila hitting that pack on her scoring pass and getting called for the cut track. So it is going to be a power jam.
MC Slammer taking advantage of that confusion, coasting through on a neat 5 points. Lining up a little bit of offense, getting a little bit of help, just trying to distract Calgary, while MC Slammer almost crawls through the pack. A penalty assessed against 1-8, a multiplayer.
Yeah, Barely Legal heading to the box. They're calling a multiplayer block on that one. It looks like she may have had her hands linked. And there's MC Slammer going up against Twitchblade, no pack. And Slaughterhouse getting called for the cut. So we'll have a jammer swap out. As she sits down, Lockjaw Lila will come out.
And enjoying, it's a 3-on-3 situation. And we're seeing an interesting stagger here. Slaughterhouse maintaining 3, but with one person from Calgary in the front, 2 in the back. A little bit of stomping.
Novel Blonde just sitting up the front, allowing that Lockjaw Lila to push that pack forward to get through, picking up 5 points for Calgary.
Out of play penalty assessed on Augusta Wind. Slaughterhouse now with 2 people to hold the line and slow that jammer down.
Lockjaw
managed to hold it for a moment, but she comes through with 5 points.
That was a nice little spin move by Lockjaw there off their blocker to make sure she got in front and picked up another 5 points. So Slaughterhouse took a bit of an early lead there. It was 10-5, but with the power jam, Lockjaw Lila managed to pull out of 14-10 for the Calgary Roller Derby All-Stars. And I just finished announcing the Greater Edmonton Junior Derby League, and I got a lot of messages from people back home. So if any of the Greater Edmonton Juniors are here, everyone back in Alberta is proud of you. Stephen Blocking and the Riot say they're proud too. Moulin Bruce is the lone jammer out there, skipping back and forth, getting through, picking up lead jam before she hits turn 1. MC Slammer out of the box, and while the Slaughterhouse blockers are trying to get her through, Moulin Bruce comes through on the inside, picking up 5 big points for the All-Stars.
MC Slammer making through on her initial pass. But it is Moulin Bruce that neatly steps through for another 4 points. And while we're here, we should tell you, if all this activity makes you hungry, don't forget about the Salad Shack. Today's menu includes smoked salmon, corn chowder, Chilean bread bowl, fresh salads, kids meals, smoothie, true southern sweet trees, fraps, chi, fresh squeezed lemonade, energy drinks, and Gatorade.
And on the jammer line, we have Chris My Ass for Calgary up against Her Majesty for Slaughterhouse.
Her Majesty stepping through her own line. One of the things about Slaughterhouse is they do like to push hard to increase the speed of the pack here. We're seeing that she's getting a little bit of speed. He manages to push it, make the out of play happen, gets the lead jammer.
Looks like she did. She managed to push through. Chris Myas getting pushed the outside, coming back in behind the skaters, recycled, but still manages to get through on her initial pass. Here we go, number 5. Antivirus trying to hold back Lucy Flawless. Chris Myas hits the back of that pack, picks up 1 point. Slaughterhouse picking up 2 on that before she calls the jam.
Up on the jammer line now, we have for 2, Lila Lockjaw for Calgary, and in red we have 5-2, Play Chicken With Me. Both jammers trying to tiptoe through the opposing walls. Playing Chicken With Me, force the outside, force down. Lila Lockjaw challenging that outside, sees a hole, but can she hold it? Push to the out. Quickly steps back in, but not in time to grab lead jammer. That is grabbed by Playing Chicken With Me.
Lockjaw Lila beating that last blocker to get through on her initial pass as Play Chicken With Me comes up on her scoring pass, gets bumped out by Susie Smoke Show and calls it off. Not before picking up 3 points, though. And Calgary going with the 3-jammer rotation right now, with Lockjaw Lila, Chris Myas, and Moulin Bruise, who's currently on there, up against a Wild E Coyote.
Her block is being 8-5, Tripsy Gypsy, number 5, Antivirus, C3, C5-3D, Day-D Doll, and I believe that's, and a 4th blocker. Wild E Coyote challenging that final line there. And it looks like that was a little bit too effective direction of gameplay called on 1-3.
As Moulin Bruise has headed to the penalty box and Twitchblade in there, 3-on-4 pack advantage, or 4-on-3 pack advantage for.
And a cut track penalty has been assessed on 1-8, barely legal.
And so 4-on-2 pack advantage with Wild E Coyote and the power jam as she comes up against Lucy Flawless and Novel Blonde. Novel Blonde giving one last bump. Wild E Coyote making it through, picking up 5 big points for Slaughterhouse. Antivirus
doing a great job there of just getting the pack moving a little bit, making life easier for her jammer. Providing a bit of assistance there again. Even a moment of distraction can help.
Looks like we've got a lead change after that last pass.
Wild E Coyote taking it on the outside, coming through, proudly waves her hand to saying 5. The referee agrees. And a team timeout has been called by Calgary. Very strategic move there in terms of a momentum shift. Good opportunity to reset.
Yeah, definitely. It's Calgary's not liking the way they've come out. They've had a really strong weekend. This hasn't been a terrible start, but it's not the start that they want. So they're going to call that timeout. They're going to refocus and then try to get their head back in this game. It is going to start off with a power jam for Slaughterhouse, but Moulin Bruise standing in the penalty box, so we know she has 10 seconds or less. MC Slam on the jammer line for Slaughterhouse.
And while we're here, we should probably give a big shout out to Crazy Skates. CrazySkates.com. Crazy Skate is dedicated to providing innovative skating products and apparel in the very latest technology and manufacture. They are designers and manufacturers of roller, inline, and ice skating products. Their product knowledge is based on being in the skating industry for 3 decades. And now we have the swoopy, swoopy, swirly, swirly whistle, telling us roller derby will begin within the next 30 seconds.
And Mickey, Ficky, and Mamacita, the blockers out there for Calgary. 4-on-2 pack advantage.
We're seeing some very clever hand and quasi-hand holding there to really use things strategically strong. Almost push it to the outside, but she manages to stick it, coming through as lead jammer.
Now the penalty box starts to empty out as Moulin Bruce goes through on her initial pass. Twitchblade coming out after her penalty. MC Slamma hitting that pack and keeping things moving, dodging back and forth, picking up 5 big points for Slaughterhouse. So currently we're sitting with about 11 minutes in. Slaughterhouse Derby Girls 40, Calgary Roller Derby 24.
Slaughterhouse grabbing that back line. 4-3 pack advantage for them, but the advantage is not going to last for very long.
Chris My Ass up against Her Majesty on the jam line.
Very, very interesting structure there from Calgary. Ready to move and adjust. Her Majesty knocked down, quickly resets. And a multiplayer called on Antivirus.
And Chris My Ass through after a full rotation around, hitting track turn 2, making it through, picking up lead jam. And this is going to be a power jam as Her Majesty picks up a cut track major. Nice job by Calgary to draw that cut. They now have all their blockers out of the box. 4-on-3 pack advantage as Chris My Ass comes up on her first scoring pass.
A perfect opportunity for them to regain momentum. Unfortunately, losing 3-2 to the penalty box.
Lucy Flawless going to go sit. I missed the call.
It was a back block. I meant to say that. I said it with my mind.
And Scarlett Mame getting called for the back block as well, but Chris My Ass making it through, picking up another 5 big points for Calgary. Now it's a 3-on-2 pack advantage for Slaughterhouse. Chris My Ass just cruising her way, pushing through there, and picking up 5 more points.
Slaughterhouse getting to a full complement here of blockers to help. Antivirus neatly stepping through very quickly to help her. Stepping through and then hitting out Chris My Ass. Some great work there from Calgary in terms of trying to hold back the full cascade.
Yeah, Chris My Ass just comes in behind that last blocker, though. Recycled to the back, making her way, pushing her way through past Antivirus. 5 more points for Calgary. Barely legal coming in with the hit on Her Majesty. Her Majesty picked up 4 on that last one. That was the full 2 minutes.
That was a very impressive 25 to 4 point jam, bringing us to an incredibly close game. 49 points to 44 in Calgary's favor.
Yeah, that would be another lead change. Drink up, folks.
And we have an official review. So speaking of drinking up, folks, we should tell you about the beer garden and the fabulous people who bring that beer garden to us. As I'm pulling for the correct, Toad House Pizza Beer Garden. If you're 21 and over, you can grab beverages from there. If they're not open yet, you can go and check them out at their headquarters in 1405 Northeast McWilliams Road, Bremerton. Toad House Pizza, the best pizza and the most beer.
You always got to have the most beer. I passed the store today that apparently has the coldest beer in town. I'm going to give a chance, DJ Rich Nice. Do you need a DJ? No. You need an amazing DJ who is guaranteed to bring high energy to your event. Find DJ Rich Nice on Facebook and drop him a line. DJ Rich Nice, the official mixmaster of the Slaughter County Roller Vixens. I'd like to give a big thank you to the Slaughter County Roller Vixens for hosting this fine event. They're not even playing this weekend, but they've been working hard to make sure all the skaters are taken care of, all the refs are taken care of, and all the audience members are taken care of. So a big round of applause for Slaughter County.
Yay! And they're selling raffle tickets. I love raffle tickets. Do you love raffle tickets?
Everyone loves raffle tickets.
I love them with all my being. And you can enter to win RollerCon and Junior RollerCon MVP admission. The drawing,
It might have happened already.
I got all excited. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm excited for the winner.
I am very excited, so...
No idea who the winner is, but I'm excited for them.
Yeah, I'm going to scrunch this up and toss it over my shoulder now.
All right, then if you want to get yourself some Canadian Derby merchandise, over here just to the left of me, Calgary Roller Derby are selling lovely bright green fanny packs and the newly designed Calgary Roller Derby All-Stars t-shirts. The beautiful Chrissy Cruiser and Easy Break Oven will be helping you out.
Okay, so the challenge there was from Calgary. They said that the jammer, when the Slaughterhouse jammer went to the box, she was still on her initial pass and should not have been awarded 4 points when she came out of the box. The referees agreed with that assessment, and 4 points will be removed.
So that leaves our score total at 49-40 as we have Lockjaw Lila and Play Chicken With Me up on the jammer line. Lockjaw Lila around turn 2 on the outside, picking up lead jam. Play Chicken With Me getting knocked out. And recycled Susie Smoke Show heading to the box for a back block as Play Chicken With Me gets down low and races to the back of that pack.
Lila Lockjaw sees the jammer approaching, calls it. For a moment it looked like it was a goose egg, but no, she slips past some hips and grabs 1 point. In a very close game like this, every point counts. Coming up on the jammer line right now for Slaughterhouse, we have Wild E Coyote, WB2.
And number 22, Moulin Bruise for Calgary.
While the Coyote stuck against that 3-wall, manages to force one skater down and then grab the outside coming through to be lead jammer.
Moulin Bruise, though, not giving up, making her way through just outside of turn 2 as Wildy Coyote hits that pack. One last blocker to beat, gets through, picks up 4 points, and calls off the jam.
Wildy Coyote's skating and agility so exciting, it takes down the referee. Big hand of applause for Edie Brickwall. We love her.
Nice job from her knees, pointing out that there were 4 points scored on that. So even though she fell, she was able to keep track of the points.
And I love that her hand went up before she got up.
Looks like we have Chris My Ass up against MC Slammer.
Direction of gameplay penalty assessed on 1-2 War Chick Barbie. Pack going very fast.
Chris My Ass with a bump on that last blocker and getting through, picking up lead jam. It took 3/4 of the track, almost the full track, in order to do that. And Chris My Ass now hitting there on her scoring pass. Mamacita Muerte trying to clear the way. Chris My Ass gets knocked out and calls off the jam after picking up 2 points.
So much excitement there. It almost looked like we had skaters entering the track before that jam ended. Have the Calgary skaters in a huddle. I think for a lot of this game, we've been seeing Slaughterhouse grabbing that back wall, Calgary going the front. Seems like they're both working those edges quite well. Such an even game. Her Majesty on the jammer line for Slaughterhouse.
Up against Lockjaw Lila.
Her Majesty struggling to get through, but it is Lockjaw Lila through to be lead jammer. Her Majesty up against the final two, taking some hits to the sternum, gets through on her initial pass. Lockjaw Lila taking that insides, grabbing a quick 4 points.
And Twitchblade getting called for a direction of play penalty there, so stop block. So she's going to go sit in the box for 1 minute. We've got number 12, War Chick Barbie for Slaughterhouse in the box. So 3-on-3 in the pack with Moulin Bruise up against Play Chicken With Me.
Playing Chicken With Me, elegantly stepping past her blockers, trying for the inside, no success there. Tries the outside. Playing it smart, neither jam are letting themselves be pushed out.
And we got some fast packs. It looks like Play Chicken With Me was trying to take that inside line, and Mamacita Muerte closing it up. Moulin Brews making it through first, but Play Chicken With Me is ahead of her, so Moulin Brews just calls off the jam. Looks like Mamacita Muerte, when she knocked Play Chicken With Me, actually went to the inside of the track and then came back in front of one of the opposing blockers, so she got called for the cut.
Up on the jammer line right now, we have WB2 Wild E Coyote versus 1116 Chris My Ass. Chris My Ass aggressively going for that outside, almost makes it but is knocked out. Wild E Coyote taking that outside line, come through to be lead jammer.
Chris My Ass fighting her way through those 4 blockers of Slaughterhouse. Well, we got now a 3-on-2 pack advantage as Barely Legal, and
Wild E Coyote hit to the out and calls it after scoring 3 points.
Yeah, it was a nice play with Wild E Coyote and Barely Legal pushing her to the outside to force that call. It did pick up 3 points on that, though.
On the jammer line now, 151 MC Slammer. And she's facing down Lockjaw Lila.
City Star and Mickey Ficky trying to create that 2-wall up front, but MC Slammer making it through with lead jam. Lockjaw Lila hot on her quads, though. Twitchblade coming out of the penalty backs, rejoining the fray.
MC Slammer calling it after pulling up 4 points. Lockjaw Lila picking up 2, though.
And Twitchblade getting called for the high block on that one.
Incredibly close game here. We've got 10.5 minutes left. Score is 51-58 in Calgary's favor. Number 27, Her Majesty on the jam line for the Calgary, for the Slaughterhouse Prime Cuts. Moulin Brews for Calgary.
A little bit of pivot line love as with only 2 blockers for Calgary. I think the Slaughterhouse is looking to try to get the agility of their jammers working to their advantage. Lucy Flawless, nice job knocking her to the inside. Moulin Brews fighting her way past those 2 blockers up front and getting lead jam.
Her Majesty struggling to get around, pushed to the out. Almost pushed to the in, manages to hold it. Trying to stick to that safe middle area so she can just push through.
Moulin Brews through for the natural grand slam.
Her Majesty swallowed up there. Her team coming in, giving her a little bit, trying to give her a little bit of assistance. Very nicely done there, a pirouette to come through on her initial pass.
Moulin Brews on another scoring pass, gets through and picks up 4 points and calls off that jam before Her Majesty could hit the back of the pack. Looks like CRDA is going to do the nickel and diming and just the quick points and get it called off to try to build the lead. Currently 67 for Calgary, 51 for Slaughterhouse.
Up to jam 17 already. Up on the jam line, we have 116, Chris My Ass, up against 5-2, Play Chicken With Me.
Both jammers really strong at pushing that pack and trying to bust through those the holes.
Some incredible leaping there from Chris My Ass, leaping that in the attempt to compensate for her incredible lateral agility. We had a direction of gameplay assist on 1-2 War Chick Barbie.
And Chris My Ass makes it through but does not get lead. And Roadhouse Brews being called for the elbow to the outside as she was pushing Play Chicken With Me to the outside. I guess she got some contact with the elbow and will sit one blocker for Slaughterhouse in there too, so 3-on-3 in the pack.
Number 4-2 up now for Calgary, Lockjaw Lila up against WB2 Wild E Coyote. Wild E Coyote hitting line first, struggling to make progress there. No pack is called, which is very much to the advantage of Lockjaw Lila. They have to let her go, and she coasts through to be lead jammer.
Novel Blonde, the last one for Wild E Coyote to beat. She gets through on her initial pass. Lockjaw Lila hitting on her scoring pass, trying to push her way through that front wall, gets through, picks up 4 points and calls off the jam.
We have some interesting things going on with the clock. But I believe we'll be about 10. And indeed, interesting things with the clock, which cause an official timeout, I believe. So while they work through that, how about you, dude? I've been hogging the sponsors.
All right, so we'll give a special shout out to Fingers Duke of fingersduke.com. Fingers Duke is more than your average screen printing company. They are a collection of awesome creative personalities working together. They utilize their diverse selection of talented professional artists, designers, and illustrators to provide the best and most original, cutting-edge solutions for their clients' needs. Fingers Duke likes a challenge. They are open to accepting any and all projects within their reach. So even if you think your ideas or needs are a bit crazy, hit them up and do not be afraid to ask. They offer their services for the creation of logos, t-shirt graphics, posters and flyers, album covers and skateboards, as well as photography and website design. Basically anything you are after, they will do their best to meet your needs.
And we see Lesser Evil stepping on the track. And he is bringing about the swoopy, swoopy, swirly, swirly whistle with the hand gesture of please, please don't run over me. Roller derby will be beginning sometime the next 30 seconds.
So that official timeout had to do with some clock issues. Now we got Moulin Brews up against some MC Slama on the jammer lines for their respective teams.
Moulin Bruges fighting for that inside line and succeeding, coming through to be lead jammer. MC Slammer struggling to find her feet. Says, oh, and what? Ladies and gentlemen, that was a whip. We saw a whip. Everyone take a drink of some non-alcoholic beverage or adult beverage of your choosing.
Yeah, so nice whip up at the front to get MC Slammer through, but it looks like Moulin Brews makes her way through, picks up 4 more points for Calgary and calls off the jam.
I'm still full of shocked and warm sunshine feelings at that fantastically executed whip. That's a great thing to see. And on the jam line now we have number 5-2 in red for Slaughterhouse Prime Cuts. 5-2 play chicken with me up against 1116 Chris My Ass.
And Play Chicken with me gets knocked to the inside and recycled back to the back of the pack, allowing Chris My Ass to get through. Play Chicken with me, nice little apex jump, a little bit of a jammer race.
Chris My Ass coming up quite fast, bursts through the hole and immediately calls it 5 points. Very smoothly done. Score now 79-51 in Calgary's favor. A little over 5 minutes left in this first half. We're seeing a lot of huddles from Calgary connecting as a team on the line. And that's 4-2 Lockjaw Lila up against WB2 Wild E Coyote.
Wild E Coyote having trouble with that blue wall at the back. Lockjaw Lila was slowed down a bit by the red wall up front, but manages to get through. Nice job by Sinistar to slow things down. And while her teammates recycled, Andy Lincoln getting called for the low block as Lockjaw Lila comes through. Picks up 5 points That was actually a really nice defensive move of the jammer to slow her down and again let Calgary get up there.
Absolutely. Cut track penalty assessed there on red 6-9. And another and 4 points for Calgary, bringing 9 points as a total for that jam.
Yeah, that was a really smart job by Lockjaw. She recognized that the jammer was about to get through, so she turned around to slow her down a bit, giving Mamacita a chance to re-engage and slow the jammer even more so Lockjaw could get around and get those other 4 points. Now we got Moulin Rouge up against 151 MC Slama.
Forced to the inside and right to the back. We're seeing Calgary doing some very deft recycling as Moulin Rouge comes through to be lead jammer. MC Slama just taking the easy high road there on the outside. A moment of distraction is all it takes.
It's been fun to watch MC Slama do that this weekend. She has that ability to find that hole on the outside and just get and put on the jets and scream around. And it was really good to hold Calgary to only 4 points on that jam.
Great work indeed. And now we have on the jam line 1116 Chris My Ass up against 27 Her Majesty.
Just over 2.5 minutes left in this jam, or in this half.
Chris My Ass going on tippy toe and doing a sort of Eiffel Tower lean before retreating back. Chooses a few other angles, comes through his lead jammer, very, very swiftly pursued by Her Majesty.
Chris My Ass taking a look, decided that Her Majesty was coming up a little bit too fast. Not going to risk it and just call off the jam 0-0. It's another Calgary blocker takes a seat, Mamacita Muerte. I missed the call, I'm not sure what happened there, but she's going to sit for 1 minute. As we start off this jam 3-on-3, as we have number, is that 87? Is that Assault in Progress?
Yes, indeed.
And Lockjaw Lila up against Play Chicken With Me as our jammers. Lockjaw Lila picking up lead jam. Play Chicken With Me taking a bump from Twitchblade. All right, Lockjaw Lila coming around the outside, getting through, spin move. But she gets called for the cut, which means she did not get to call it off. A little bit of confusion on Calgary bench. We thought the jam had been called off because it had been blown dead, and the cut was called after the. I think we're probably going to have an official timeout on this to figure it out. Because it looked like it was called off. And then the penalty was called, so Lockjaw did pick up 2 points, but it looks like she may go to the box, or the fourth whistle may have already happened. I'm not sure.
And certainly, if she was assessed for the penalty but not called for the penalty before the jam was called, then she's not going to sit an extra minute for calling it off. So that might be the discussion.
Yeah, no, and indeed, she is going to head to the box.
And I anticipate for 1 minute only. "57 seconds left with the power jam in Slaughterhouse's favor. There's been a lot of trading of points in this game. It'll be interesting to see how much momentum Slaughterhouse can get from this power jam, take them to the end of the first half. A pretty good chance, I think, this will be the final jam of this half.
All right, so it was as we suspected. She was getting called for the cut. She cut before that fourth whistle, but the call-off was already in progress, so the call-off is good. The cut is called. Lockjaw Lila will sit in the box. Wild E Coyote will be the lone jammer for this power jam.
Yes, indeed. Wildly Coyote making pretty good progress against the strong out bridge. Manages to grab lead jammer. Slaughterhouse jammers certainly know how to push.
Yeah, we'll see how Calgary does. I know they're going to want to try to slow this bleed.
Good work there from Slaughterhouse, preventing Calgary from cycling back as far as possible. And now with the goat to call their own. A lot of active work. That is a goat that does not want to be kept. She will be free.
Yeah, it looks like picked up 5 points, and coach gets her to call it off. So currently we're sitting at 94 for Calgary as Susie Smokeshow gets called for an out-of-play penalty, I believe. 56
and
for Slaughterhouse at the half.
Yes, indeed. Stay tuned for what will be a breathtaking second half.
Sorry if I...
With 1 minute left before the magic of roller derby begins, let's do a recap of of the last half. Oh my goodness, so many lead changes, some fantastic high-scoring jams. Wild E Coyote scoring the highest scoring jam for Slaughterhouse Prime Cuts with 20 points. And for Calgary, Chris My Ass with a 25-point jam. There's been some great play. As a quick reminder for those folks of you at home, with a little bit less resolution, for the Calgary Roller Girls, we have 1017 Roadhouse Brews, 11 Scala Mame, 1116 Chris My Ass, 13 Twitchblade, 18 Barely Legal, 21 Novel Blonde, 22 Moulin Brews, 265 Andy Linquint, 305 Susie Smokeshow, 306 Sinister, 32 Lucy Flawless, 38 Mamacita Muerte, number 42 Lockjaw Lila, and 507 Mickey Ficky.
And for the Slaughterhouse Prime Cuts, we got number 12, War Chick Barbie, 150, Panty Depressant, 151, MC Slama, 214, Krista Knight, 27, Her Majesty, 333, Miss Enigma, number 5, Antivirus, 52, Play Chicken With Me, number 59, Augusta Wind, 85, Tripsy Gypsy, 87, Assault in Progress, 99, Cheyenne Pepper, C, 53D, D-Day Doll, and WB2, Wild E Coyote.
And Slaughterhouse starting out with a very strong position with a power jam and a pack advantage. MC Slammer smoothly cruising through, become lead jammer. Around almost instantly challenging that Calgary wall, who are doing the laying on the brakes as hard as they can. Oh my goodness, right at the edge, managed to knock her down.
Yeah, that was Twitchblade with a nice hip check, pushing her in and forcing her a recycle to the back. Nice job by Slaughterhouse to build that wall and prevent Calgary from coming back. Lockjaw Lila released from the penalty box, and MC Slammer decides to call it off after picking up 5 points.
Coming up on the jammer line now, we have 2-2, which is Moulin Brews, up against 2-7, Her Majesty. Moulin Brews taking the in, Her Majesty attempting the out, but finding great success, finding a little hole in the in.
Moulin Brews still stuck at that wall of red up the front, trying to push her way through, making her way through on the initial pass.
Her Majesty going for that in, deftly held back, manages to grab it on the out, coming through for a neat 4 points and calling the jam.
And here we go. It looks like Slaughterhouse is going to try that strategy of nickel and diming. Quick through, hit it and quit it. Close up this gap. Currently we have 65 for Slaughterhouse, 94 for Calgary.
And with a lot of time left in the game, it could be the most disciplined team with the strongest endurance could win.
Yeah, it certainly could be. Slaughterhouse is doing a good job of keeping that pack really fast, which is working to the advantage of their jammers. Their jammers are able to squeeze through those holes created when the blockers start moving really fast.
Play Chicken With Me, doing a lot of work up on her toe stops. But it is Chris Mayas who's through as lead jammer, and we have Red 5-9 going to the box Augusta win for a multiplayer. And you could see the effort in Daydoll as she's trying not to do that cut. You could see all the effort, but unfortunately she just lifted one foot for a little moment, and she'll be sitting in the box for a minute.
And while that was happening, Chris Mayas quick through, picking up 3 points and calling it off, leaving Slaughterhouse 2-0 on that one. It's good. It looks like it's going to go back and forth with a hit and quit it. Nickel and diamond points here where you can get them, as long as you hold the other team to 0.
Calgary with a 4-2 pack advantage right now.
Lockjaw Lila up front, making her way through with lead jam.
And a back block is assessed on
Roadhouse Brews. And Lockjaw Lila through, picking up 4 points. She looks like she's going to give chase, going to try to pick up that jammer point.
Can she do it? Looking to a bench, what should I do? They say call it, and she says absolutely. Keeping it short, smart, and sweet.
Yeah, it was a good job by Calgary, like picking up the speed on that jam with the pack to try to give Lockjaw Lila enough time to pick up that jammer point. But when they saw it wasn't going to happen, one of her captains, Sinistar, turns around, emphatically telling her to call it off. Lockjaw paying attention and does just that.
Whistle is blown. Moulin Bruise quickly off and straight through to lead jammer. MC Slammer a little bit slow through, but still pretty fast on her heels. Moulin Bruise aiming for some points before she calls it.
Again, good strategic move by Calgary. Twitchblade knocking out number 85, Tripsy Gypsy, to the inside to try to force that cut. Moulin Bruise coming up with the 2 blockers that were sitting in the box. Sorry, 1 blocker sitting in the box. She gets the point for that and the ghost point. 2 points, call it off.
2 points for... Ooh. On the jammer line right now, we have 116, Chris Mayas, up against 27, Her Majesty. And it is Her Majesty comes straight through to be the lead jammer. Chris Mayas struggling a little bit, almost makes it on the outside. But Slaughterhouse's defense is too strong. Now up at the front, 2 final skaters she has to face down. A little bit of help from her friends before they reset to try to take down Her Majesty. Her Majesty says, I don't think I'll be taken down. I think I'll get through and get 4 points. Oh, big hit there from Chris Mayas.
It looks like Her Majesty was trying to pick up that jammer point and fighting with Chris Mayas. Chris Mayas, nice job with that hit, knocking her in, forcing Her Majesty to call it off. And folks, we have a winner for the RollerCon VIP pass. We've got Betsy Decker. I think that's Betsy Decker, maybe Declar. Anyway, if that is your name, go to the merch booth and claim your prize, as we have Lockjaw Lila up against Play Chicken With Me on this next jam.
Lockjaw Lila recycled way to the back. Lots of string. No pack is called. That'll be excellent news for Play Chicken With Me at the front. They have to let it go. She becomes lead jammer. Even a moment of hesitation is to your advantage. Play Chicken With Me challenges the inside, hoping for some quick points as she calls it. And yes, she manages to get 3 points.
Moulin Bruise up against a Wile E. Coyote for this next jam. We've got 5-on-5 derby happening, an empty penalty box.
And jammer dancing as well. We have all the things. Some great dancing from side to side, trying to find that strategic edge. Moulin Rouge finds the strategic edge first, coming through to be lead jammer.
Roadhouse Brews getting in front, trying to slow down Wild E Coyote. Does so just enough to let Moulin Brews kind of hit that pack. Calls off the jam. Picks up 1 point.
You could see her jumping around there, desperately trying to get how many hips can I get past? And now on the jam line we have 1116 Chris My Ass up against 151 MC Slammer. MC Slammer stepping through her wall of red, challenges that blue, but unfortunately gets knocked down. Both jammers getting knocked down, with blockers stringing back to slow things down.
Nice teamwork there by Calgary to knock MC Slammer out to the inside. Chris My Ass pushing her way through up the front, trying to stay in, and does, and picks up lead jam as Twitchblade draws MC Slammer to the back, recycling her once again to the back of the pack.
MC Slammer definitely taking a hole on the outside to get some advantage. And it would look like some of that stumble might have been a toe stop coming off. Quickly throws it to her coach, keeps skating.
Chris My Ass through with 5 big points for Calgary. A grand slam. Natural grand slam with all players out of the box and on the track.
MC Slammer taking her time getting back onto the track. I can only imagine the challenges such an agile skater is having, missing a piece of her equipment. Out at the front, jumps aside, avoiding that hit, comes through on her initial pass. Chris My Ass looking a little bit tired there. Contemplates what to do.
Looks like she was going to go for the panty pass. She can't call it. She has taken the panty off, which means she gave up a lead jam position, or lead jam status, which means this will go for the full 2 minutes. A bit of a mental error on Chris My Ass's part, but she makes it through, picks up 4 points. MC Slammer doing the same.
A little bit of Jammer holding back Jammer. Slowing for the wall. Both jammers feeling fatigue, I think, and struggling to get through. That was a full 2 minutes.
These are hard-hitting packs. So yeah, the jammers are getting a little tired, and it looks like Chris My Ass did pick up the jammer point on that, didn't pick up any other points for the blockers, and MC Slammer there picked up another 3, so it was a 15-7 jam advantage for Calgary.
Speaking of Calgary, we have 4-2 Lockjaw Lila on the jam line up against Her Majesty. Lila Lockjaw pushing on the inside. Her Majesty challenging the inside as well, but it is Lila Lockjaw who is through first. Looking to her bench. Should I call it? Should I have some fun? Clearly I should have some fun. Packs racing to protect their points. Whose point chasing will reign supreme? 2 points for Slaughter County and 1 point for Calgary.
Slaughterhouse did a great job of speeding up that pack. Mamacita Muerte got up there and took out the blocker to try to get that goat. But the jammer for Slaughterhouse was just too fast and got the 2-1 advantage on that jam. I just got a bit of a correction here. I've been told that Big O tournament is actually in Eugene, Oregon. Apparently it was announced somewhere else, and hosted by Emerald City Roller Girls May 2nd to 4th.
Jammers on the track right now, Blue Alarm Brews and Play Chicken With Me. Both jammers struggling to get through against some pretty strong walls. But it is Play Chicken With Me who is through first. Blue Alarm Brews jumping from one side of the track to the other, 2 more face. Out of play is called. They'll have to let her go.
Yeah, Calgary doing a nice job of holding those blockers back and getting that goat and slowing down the pack. With Moulin Brews through, Play Chicken With Me decides to call it off after picking up 4 points.
I should point the microphone at my mouth. That helps. On the jam line right now, 1116 Chris My Ass versus WB2 Wild E Coyote. Two very high-scoring jammers here.
Looks like second half has been a lot cleaner than the first, and neither team has been taking a lot of penalties. Hopefully I haven't cursed that now by mentioning it. And there goes Chris My Ass through with the lead jam. 5-on-5 derby action right now.
While the Coyote strung back, and then a swift wall reforming.
Natural grand slam by Chris My Ass as she finds that hole on the inside.
Low block called on Krista Knight.
Wild E Coyote getting forced out and then coming right back in. Nice teamwork by Calgary to force that cut. Wild E Coyote is going to sit in the box for 1 minute or less, giving Chris My Ass the power jam as she picks up 5 points.
Chris My Ass assessing it, and we see, some beautiful offense there. Ably assisted by
3-8 to Mamacita Muerte.
Mamacita, take care of you.
And Chris My Ass through with another 5 more points on this power jam.
Slaughter trying to reset. Mamacita sitting on top of them, making it very difficult. And a cut track is assessed, but not on the jammer, but on Red 3-7 in her desperation to hold back the jammer.
Red 8-7 actually.
Red.
Assault in progress. It did kind of look like a 3-7. Her hair was covering it up, but...
Thank you very much.
And Chris My Ass called it off as Wild E Coyote stood up. It looks like Wild E did pick up 3 points before she went to the box as a 25-point power jam as Lockjaw Lila lines up as the only jammer.
It's always great to start with a power stop, but very ably defended. Slaughter shooting all the way to the back, giving their own jammer a chance. Whose lead jammer will reign supreme?
And there Calgary doing returning the favor. Lucy Flawless knocking her out, and Twitchblade dropping all the way back and recycling Wild E Coyote.
It looks like a forearm penalty has been assessed on a Calgary skater.
Yeah, so it looks like Barely Legal is going to go and sit in the box for that forearm as Twitchblade and Scarlet Mame work on Wild E Coyote. Lockjaw Lila getting a little bit of help from the hips of Lucy Flawless, getting through, picking up another 5 points.
Wild E Coyote facing the final 2, goes to that outside, goes down hard. Calgary recycling as far back as they can. A little bit too far back as no pack is called.
And 5 more points for Lockjaw Lila. It looks like Calgary at the half has regrouped and is playing a lot cleaner and really working on their defense. I know they've got to be a little bit tired, the third game of the weekend, but their defense it was a little shaky in the first half, doing a little bit better now as Wild E Coyote makes it through on her initial pass.
And a great job she did there, staying on the track after some very aggressive attempts to push her up. And that is 3 points from that final pass, bringing it to 23 points in that jam.
That was a 23-point jam that wasn't a power jam. Both jammers on the box. So again, that was Calgary's defense holding back Wild E Coyote, allowing Lockjaw Lila to power her way through and pick up those points.
Especially and wow, we're going to have 5 people on the track per team. But during this pause, let us talk about Fast Girl Skates. FastGirlSkates.com. The first physical storefront specializing in roller derby equipment is owned and operated by Rat City Roller Girls La Petite Mort and Wild E Peyote. Peyote as opposed to coyote. What's important to Fast Girl Skates is that you get the best skates for you within your budget, so you don't waste time and money. They feel so passionately about this, if at all feasible, we are willing to travel to you to do so, like they are today. They'll even bring stuff for you to try. If this is something that would interest to you or your league or team, please drop us a line and come over to the booth. Dedicated to bringing the best service to the skating community, Fast Girl Skates offers tips and tricks for getting the most out of your gear. Check out their website for articles on everything from gear maintenance to getting faster on the track.
It looks like we might have an official review here as we have the captains in the middle talking. Official review from Calgary. We'll find out what's going on with that in a minute. In the meantime, I want to talk about Washington Health Plan Finder, wahealthplanfinder.org. Washington Health Plan Finder, a new way to help you find, compare, and select a quality health insurance plan that is right for you, your family, and your budget. More people than ever before are now eligible for low-cost or free health insurance. Middle-income and low-income individuals and families generally qualify. Health Plan Finder is the only way you can access these savings. Go to wahealthplanfinder.org or check out the booth on track 1 right now.
And if you go to the booth, you can find one of these pieces of cardboard. Grab one of these pieces of cardboard. It will tell you how to go very easily into the draw to win. Two grand prize winners will get 3-day tickets, VIP access to the Sasquatch Music Festival. I like free stuff.
Just look for the guy with the Supreme Wedgie on the poster. And you know, if you have time, come visit the lovely Chrissy Cruiser and the lovely Easy Break Oven over at the Calgary Roller Derby merch booth. We've got some wonderful fanny packs and some newly designed CRDA All-Star shirts.
Go send them some love. And that is the swoopy, swoopy, swirly, swirly whistle. 5 on 5 on the track, getting ready to begin.
All right, not sure what happened on that official review. If I find out during the game, we will let you know. Moulin Rouge up against MC Slam, number 22 for Calgary, 151 for Slaughterhouse.
Moulin Rouge through to become lead jammer. MC Slammer taking, you give her an edge on the outside, she will take it right through, keeping the pressure on. Moulin Rouge seeking some love on the outside as well, bounces off a few hips, calls it. Did she get any points?
No, 0-0 jam, but good awareness by both Calgary's pack and Moulin Rouge, and really good defense by Slaughterhouse to hold Moulin Rouge back, leaving that at a 0-0 jam. So what had happened on that official review is Calgary had felt that the forearm call on barely legal was invalid because there was no impact. What was decided was it did push the jammer out of bounds, so the call, as it was called, stood. There's Lucy Flawless at the back, knocking out Her Majesty, allowing Chris My Ass through with the lead jam.
Chris My Ass skating through for 5 points. A grand slam there. Quite a few grand slams with the jammer on the track. Kind of grand slam I love to see.
It looks like she picked up 4 points on that one. We're getting it from Edie Brickwall there. There was a no pass, no penalty on that. So one of those... it was just 4. Thank you. I love the refs giving us clarification. Appreciate it.
It's awesome. We love you, refs. We love you, NSOs. All right, Luckjaw Lila on the track against Play Chicken With Me. Play Chicken With Me chasing that dangerous outside line. Both jammers up the front, hunger and eager, but it is Play Chicken With Me who makes it through. Oh! Big hit. Unfortunately, a big out of play hit.
And skates are caught up there. Or it looks like it was an out of play hit, and it looks like their skates got caught up. But Lockjaw Lila is up. She will probably need to sit for 3 jams, however, because it was called because of a possible injury. No injuries there, so.
And certainly a dangerous situation in that kind of thing with people tangled up on the ground. You would not want to be run over by a hungry pack in that situation.
No, definitely not. It looks like the captains are in the middle there talking to see what might be done with that play, because it definitely was an out of play. I'm not going to speculate what they're saying, so we'll just wait for what's being discussed and any clarification that we may need.
So, what should we talk about? We haven't talked about Green Monster yet. Monster.com.
And if we don't talk about Green Monster, I'm sure Quadzilla will come and have a word with us. So why don't you go ahead and tell us about Green Monster?
I fear Quadzilla. I love to fear Quadzilla. Green Monster is a skate company that's total focus is to produce fresh ideas and innovative product design for the roller skating market, specifically roller derby. They produce the best brands of roller derby, including antique skatebooks, reckless wheels, gumball toe stops, motor bearings, heartless agility wheels, astronauts, and berserk skate wheels. Green Monster, continuing to bring you the best available products for roller derby, roller skating, and always staying true to the sport.
All right, looks like Moulin Brews up against MC Slama there. Moulin Brews quick through and getting lead at turn 1. MC Slama fighting her way. Oh, and getting bumped to the outside by Barely Legal. As Moulin Brews comes through for the natural grand slam, picking up 5 points. Lucy Flawless getting sent to the penalty box. I missed the call.
MC Slama trying to make some progress, getting a little bit of help from her friends. With a very fast pack, it must feel a little bit like being in an incredibly aggressive washing machine right now. MC Slama taken down, having to recycle all the way back.
And that's the 3rd grand slam by Moulin Brews.
MC Slama quickly jumping on before there can be a chance to draw a cut with a quick jump back.
And Moulin Brews picking up another 4 points on that. So I got clarification with what happened and why that was called off. Lockjaw Lila will not have to sit. It was not called off for injury. What had happened was a loose lace got wrapped around a skate wheel. So they called it for unsafe track conditions, not an injury. Lockjaw Lila is free to join the jam when she's ready. Right now we've got a 3-on-2 pack advantage for Calgary.
Chris My Ass instantly taking lead jam of finding that hole on the inside and leaping through like a gazelle. Her Majesty almost getting through but knocked to the ground by Blue 3-8.
Looks like Mamacita Muerte heading to the box for an out of play. She had gotten more than 20 feet ahead, didn't hear the out of play warning, and initiated contact, knocking the jammer to the inside, knocking Her Majesty to the inside, so she will sit for 1 minute.
A little bit of urgent skating. There have been a few pile-ups. It's a very narrow corner around here near the announcers.
I'm very glad I'm sitting up here.
Yeah, I'm very glad no one's impaled themselves on the desk. Up on the jam line now we have Play Chicken With Me up against Lockjaw Lila. Play Chicken With Me forced the out, steps back in very swiftly. Lockjaw Lila fighting her way up at the front.
Oh, and a nice little booty block by Barely Legal, just enough. And a waitress whip by Barely Legal to get Lockjaw Lila up to the front with lead jam.
Everybody drink a delicious beverage. A cut major is called on one of the Slaughterhouse skaters.
And it looks like Lockjaw Lila made it through quickly and called it off, but the Slaughterhouse jammer that was played chicken with me, turned on the jets and picked up 2. Currently the score sits 200 for Calgary, 91 for Slaughterhouse.
And certainly in terms of gameplay, I'm not feeling that points differential. I'm just seeing a lot of great derby happening on the track. Wily Coyote right now versus Moulin Bruise.
Yeah, the score is definitely not reflective of the play. This is a tight game, a lot of fast packs, a lot of big hitting. Now we're getting into a lot of penalties again. Moulin Bruise, quick call off as she approaches, picking up 4 points, getting those ghost points as we've got 2 blockers sitting in the box and 1 standing. So it was a 3-on-1 pack advantage for Calgary on that one.
Very, very challenging situation here for Slaughterhouse. And full marks for that incredibly ambitious apex jump. I'm not sure every person is like, I've just been hit, so I think I will just jump past everybody and try to land some points.
Chris my ass with a quick move around the outside, getting lead jam. Again, it was starting that off, 3 Calgary blockers, 1 Slaughterhouse blocker. Chris my ass pouring it on, going through, picking up that...
MC Slammer almost... In fact, so she gets pushed out, but pushed out by an elbow, so she's able to just step back onto the track in front of Barely Legal, who's going to sit down for an elbow major, I believe.
Chris my ass taking a bit of a hard hit and calling off that jam. Made it to the bench. It looks like she's just going to sit there and get attended to by her teammates for now. See what happened.
The blocker advantage to Calgary, not quite so scary now. Still a little bit scary for 2.
Yeah, it looks like Barely Legal actually took an out-of-play call on that, on the jammer. So she sitting in the box. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you.
Lockjaw Lila through, picking up lead jam.
I love your exotic Canadian voice. Some great work trying to hold back a goat there from Slaughterhouse. I certainly heard those whistles on the other track. I had a moment of hesitation. The jam has not been called. The jam is called now.
Yeah, and Mamacita Muerte had done a good job of holding back Her Majesty to slow her down enough to allow Lockjaw Lila to hit that pack. Lockjaw Lila passed the hips of one of the Slaughterhouse blockers, called it off, gets the ghost points, picks up 2 points.
And now on the jammer line, we have some very familiar names. Play Chicken With Me versus Moulin Bruise. Slaughterhouse strongly favoring that back wall. A lot of teams favor that back wall, but we've seen Calgary make incredible use of that front wall. Lead jammer for Moulin Bruise. Played Chicken With Me, fighting against that final line, and gets through on her initial pass.
Nice hop, skip, and a jump around the inside by Moulin Bruise to pick up a few points, gets into the middle of the pack, calls it off, picks up 3. You mentioned Calgary is taking that front wall and doing a really good job of utilizing it, and it's something they've practiced because a lot of teams do want that back wall, so they've decided that what they'll do is work on being able to play either that back or front. It is one of the plays that they really, really work on.
Yeah, which goes to show both the strength of the blockers in terms of not letting them be pushed through, but also the strength of their jammers in terms of being able to get through a wall that is in part supported by their own wall.
There we go, Lockjaw Lila being slowed down a bit on that one, but still making it through and getting lead jam.
Wily Coyote taking advantage of a moment of confusion. Great big hole in the middle, goes straight through. And
again, some great hit it and quit it action there as Lockjaw Lila got through one set of hits, knowing Wildy Coyote was on her way up and called it off. Some nickel and dime strategy. And it looks like
Slaughterhouse, I believe, has called the team timeout. Good use of the timeouts right now. We want to see more derby all the time.
Yeah, it looks like Slaughterhouse. That was the first time out that they've actually utilized this game. Probably just want to, rein in their girls, settle them down, have a good, strong end to the game. Currently, we're sitting with the Calgary Roller Derby at 2:19. The Slaughterhouse Derby girls 91 with about 2 minutes 46 seconds left in the game.
Very familiar face of MC Slammer out there on the jam line for Slaughterhouse. Up against 2-2 Moulin Brews in blue for Calgary. Five seconds has been called. And they are off.
MC Slammer doing a nice job pushing her way through, but she gets bumped out. We got the Calgary blockers are using each other to push each other through. Moulin Brews, one last blocker to get past. She does. MC Slammer busting through at the same time. MC Slammer pouring on the jets. Moulin Brews calls it off.
Yes, indeed. And that was an out of play, forcing the Slaughterhouse blocker to let her go. Only 2 minutes and 9 seconds left in this game. Can hardly believe it.
And we're on jam 25. These have been really, really quick jams. Yesterday, Calgary's game, they had 30 jams in the first half.
Oh my goodness, that is incredible. Her Majesty up against Lockjaw Lila. Both defensive teams doing a very effective job holding back those jammers. Very fast pack here. And as Her Majesty manages to take that outside line.
That was actually an interesting play by Slaughterhouse as they used kind of a front goat technique. They built that wall, and then rather than trying to hold someone back to slow things down, they grabbed Mamacita Muerte and forced the speed of the pack so that their jammer could get through.
Fantastic analysis. And I got to say that both teams have been doing a great job of doing precise hits when the pack is fast, or being in a wall when the pack is fast. It's very easy to get strung out. And we can see the sort of pain that can happen when you get strung out or fail to sit on the jammer and crush their soul.
All right, so 51 seconds left in this game. Play Chicks With Me up against Moulin Brews. This could very well be the last jam of the game.
Play Chicken With Me, trying to push through, falling down hard as Moulin Brews manages to emerge out the front, lead jammer.
Oh, and a nice hop, skip, and a jump by Play Chicks With Me to avoid that hit by Scarla Mame.
Great leaping there from Play Chicken With Me. And you can see Moulin Brews looking to her bench. What should I do? 4 points. And she calls it.
Yeah, I think the reason what she was trying to do is she was trying to take some time off the clock. So just get that pack going a little bit faster, wait a little bit longer before calling it off.
Jam time, looking to the bench.
And that's game, folks. Now the unofficial final is 223 for Calgary, 92 for Slaughterhouse. We'll wait for the official. With a gap that big, I think it's safe to say that Calgary took this one, but we'll wait for the official because this is Calgary's WFTDA debut. They're looking to see what kind of point gap they can get for their rankings. I'm sure the rankings make a difference to Slaughterhouse. According to the rankings that I looked at this morning, Slaughterhouse actually did a lot better than what they were expected to do. So we'll see what that does in the rankings.
Certainly tremendous effort. This has got such a great first tournament for Calgary. And great work from Slaughterhouse. Stirring the pot one way, now stirring the pot the other way. Give it up to the Slaughterhouse Prime Cuts. A tremendous effort here at the end of the tournament for them, not the tournament for us. And coming up on this track next, we will have Port Scandalous Roller Derby versus the FOCO Girls Gone Derby. On the other track right now, we have the I-5 Roller Girls versus the Seattle Derby Brats.
Yeah, still lots of derby.